What up, what up, what up? What's up, guys? Inglewood here from Killing Esports. Gonna cast a StarCraft 2 game for you guys tonight. We're on Entombed Valley, and we've got a TvP, my favorite. Starting out in the top right position is Barcode, the Red Protoss, or I might refer to him as llllllllllll. And he's squaring off against the blue Terran in the northwest position, BioTech. I know nothing about this game other than the fact that they are Masters level. Or maybe even, I think, High Masters, Low Grandmasters. So hopefully the level of play is quite high. Excuse me for sounding like shit. I've got a cold and I'm all congested. So if you could do me a favor and pretend like you can't hear it in my voice, I would appreciate it. I'm doing my solo casts on this channel now. Some of you have been subscribed to my other YouTube channel, Zarmain. I'm just going to abandon that because I think I've gotten good enough that I don't mind sharing videos publicly. So they're all going to be here on the Killing Esports page. I'm usually with Snurdaperds, my co-caster, but he couldn't be here tonight because his Guild Wars 2 character is getting a vasectomy. So that's got him all wrapped up. So you're stuck with just me, and that's okay. What do we see? Rax on the way for BioTech now. He's taking his first gas at the 2-minute mark, and not actually walling off here at the top of his ramp. He's going to do a little... Oh, jeez. I need to set myself to busy. He's going to be doing a little bit of a something funny here. I don't know if we'll see a second Rax. He's getting gas, so maybe another factory right away. Nah, he's coming out already, so it's going to be a second Rax out of him. Barcode has expanded already. His natural is up. And BioTech is going to see this. Did you see this, BioTech? No, he didn't actually get vision of it. But he's going to go down there and take a look right now. He sees it all. He sees everything. Oh, I'm so congested. So Forge coming out behind this. So try and get some cannon backup behind this expand. And we'll see if BioTech is going to try and match the expansion, or if he's going to stay home and try and one-base some early aggression to try and counter this. Gateway finally on its way for Barcode, and still not touching any gas. Getting a little bit of lag here. I apologize for that as well. So what's going on back here at the top of this funky wall off? 2 racks like I thought might come. Still just sticking to 1 gas, so it looks like he might be doing some upgraded Marines for us, one-base timing. Tech lab and a reactor, so yeah, I'd say Marines are probably the order of the day. We'll have to wait and see if we get a engineering bay coming out. He's actually putting down a supply depot here now, so I've never seen a wall that kind of angles off like this. I'm not sure what he's going for here. Maybe he'll put down a bunker? I don't know. Have to wait and see. Cannon is now complete at the top of the natural expansion's ramp for the Protoss. Supply looking pretty much even at this point. And if something doesn't start happening, I'm going to have to sing like some Frank Sinatra here to keep things interesting. Gas number 2 on the way for BioTech. And 3 Marines at a time is going to be the order of the day for the Terran. We'll see. Okay, Combat Shield is now on the way, so they're going straight for Combat Shields. That's a much quicker buff to get out than Stim, so he might be looking to just get like a Combat Shield timing and try and exploit that natural expansion of the Protoss. We'll have to see. Supply pretty much equal here. No players doing much of anything. Oh god, it's like every time I pick a replay, this is what I wind up with. A total snore. 3 cannons coming down at the front, so I guess Barcode is just gonna like hole up on his 2 base and get Super Turtle. Try and get up a Death Ball behind this or something. We'll have to see. Warp Gate technology now about a quarter of the way out. Double gas going. Nobody floating a bunch of minerals, so it does look like they actually know how to play, which is nice. It's uncommon for us as well, because here at Killing Esports, not only is our casting bad, but the games we choose are usually just as bad as well. Factory now coming out behind the 2 racks for BioTech, a Marauder and a couple Marines popping out. Combat Shield is just about done. That makes me wonder if he's going to do a couple of Marauders in with this. I don't know if that's just to punch through Stalkers or if he actually intends to get Stim after this. Twilight Council most of the way down for the Protoss back at home. It looks like he's taking gas number 3. And what is this? more gateways. So he's going to be on 2 gate behind a bunch of cannons. Ghost Academy now on the way, as well as Stim. So we're going to see Ghost play. Very good. Engineering Bay starts +1. And if these guys don't do something soon, I'm going to have to start drinking. I lied. You know I was already drinking, right? So what else? What do we have to talk about? It's a Monday night tonight. Dark Shrine. That's something to talk about. Dark Shrine and +1 coming out for the Protoss. So I don't know what he saw that made him want to go Dark Templar? Maybe nothing. I think he's just been really defensive here. That kind of explains why he was willing to invest the 4 cannons up front and just stay on 2 base. He's hoping that the Terran doesn't see this and isn't prepared for stealth, and that he can just do like a DT timing, I guess. Nuke is also on the way. Okay, this game is starting to shape up. It's starting to look okay. Robo on the way as well for the Protoss. So we're going to see Ghosts with nukes, but no personal cloaking. Maybe personal cloaking after this. Come on, quit lagging. Jesus. No cloak, no reactor. So yeah, it looks like just freaking 1 ghost and otherwise a big old group here. He's going to push out now. Going to hit like a 9-minute timing. He's not even going to, I don't know. He seems like he ought to wait a little bit longer to let Stim finish up. Let +1 finish up. Because he is about, oh, is he going to be seen? Yeah, he's totally seen here. So the Protoss knows this is coming. Those Zealots just get wiped away, so no big deal. I'm not sure how well Mr. Barcodes here was paying attention, if he knows that there was a ghost in there, if he saw it. Ooh, the DTs are out now. We're going to see.
Additional supply demand.
You can see a little bit of distortion there, but no, I don't think BioTech noticed that.
Upgrade complete.
Yeah, scan comes down, and that does see the DTs.
Research complete.
Oh, it's terrible for Mr. Barcode here. Is there energy for another scan? Yes, and he does clean up all 4 of those. What a big loss. Nuke is now coming down at the front gate, going to clear up those cannons. Oh, and gets a couple of Zealots too. Kaboosh. So this force is now free to push in here. 67 supplied at 55 for the Protoss. Does get a cancel on everything else here. 1 DT manages to get out. Is there another scan to clear this up? There's no Raven. There's no towers anywhere here, of course. So he's just dependent upon those scans coming down. But this DT looks like he's kind of got free reign to clean up these Terran units. A few Zealots come out and try and slow them down, but they're nothing more than a speed bump. DT has 3 kills on him now, but I don't think there's going to be enough here. Chrono going down into all these gateways trying to get out more DTs, and there are 3 on the field now, but oh, that is just so many bio units. And he's stutter stepping his way between the buildings so they can't get good surface area, you know. I mean, not that it really matters with DTs, but they are well protected here. Depowering the cyber core, that robotics bay, or robotics facility almost went down, and now the Nexus is under pressure. Nexus number 2 is already down. Are these DTs going to get to clean these up before the main drops? And yes, they are. So Barcodes holds it, but at what cost? 24 supply to 40. Although the Protoss does have a good amount of money sitting down, so he can start replenishing these pylons. He can start rebuilding immediately. These 3 DTs are going to push out and try and get a counter going down. How many kills are on them? 9, 11, and 13. So 33 kills for these 3 DTs. Those are just hero units. And we're going to watch them get progressively more. What does the Terran have here? He has built a tower in the back. A missile turret, I mean. So there is detection if they try and come up the ramp, and he's actually going to build a second one at the bottom, but no, yeah, the DT goes for it, tries to get the kill on that SCV, but he's actually walking within range of the turret at the top of the ramp when he does so. So he can't get up the ramp, but behind all this, he's got like a reasonable contain right now until this turret finishes. That kind of doesn't help, but he did hold him back to 1 base for the time being, and behind that, he's taking his 2nd and his 3rd. So Mr. Barcodes, if he can keep the Terran busy for a few minutes and he can like chrono out as many probes as he can, he might be able to reestablish an economy here. We see an actual gateway here that is still waiting to be transformed into a warp gate. What's coming up now? Banshees is going to be the transition for the Terran. He's getting tanks as well. +1 armor is going to join the +1 damage, and he's getting conch shells for the Marauders. He's still making Marauders, of course. Turning his natural base into a planetary fortress just for a little extra protection. Still no Mobius reactor or cloak, and not replacing that 1 nuke. So maybe we're only going to get the 1 nuke for the game. That would be a bit disappointing. But still better than no nuke, so thank you much, BioTech. What else here? Templar Archives. So it looks like high temp, maybe Archons. It's going to be the order of the day here. But yeah, just 3 probes at a time being chronoed out for Mr. Barcodes, trying to catch up here economically. He is behind 30 supply, and now a Raven is on the way. And that's going to be all the detection that BioTech needs when he does push out with this army. So he will be able to clean up DTs all the way to the bank. And it looks like Barcodes can't make up his mind about what he wants to do. He is getting Archons, which we saw, but he's also teching up to Colossus. And that's just a huge gas investment there. I mean, it's good against Bio, don't get me wrong, but it seems like he's just thrown money into a bunch of tech in a bunch of different places. Banshee arrives, and it is spotted by Stalkers that take a couple shots, but there's nothing back at home to protect this against this Banshee. But he's not using it. He could have killed so many workers there. And where are you going? He's just going to slide it away to the side of the map. He had a huge window there to get some free worker kills, which is exactly what he needs to do. We see the supply gap is closing rapidly. And Mr. Protoss here has definitely got the money advantage. What is this down here? 1 DT is going to see this army move out, but the Raven gets it nice and cleaned up. So Barcodes knows this is coming. 3 tanks and a big handful of 1/1 Marauders and Marines. No medevacs. Don't need them. Researching siege tech just now. That might have been a little oversight. You'd think he probably would have grabbed that earlier had he noticed. But we'll have to wait and see. Maybe he didn't have the money for it at the time. So this big group arrives at the 3rd base for the Protoss. It's going to push its ass in there and say, "What's up?" And good night. The response to this is going to be 1 Colossus all by itself. Just gets mowed down. This Terran army has a great concave at the top of the ramp. And just like that, Mr. Barcodes doesn't even GG out. What a fucking asshole. Well, that was a pretty good game. We got a nuke. We got to see just about every tech route you could see between Terran and Protoss. We had Banshees and Colossi and Archons, oh my. Just missing a mothership. Anyway, this has been Inglewood with Killing Esports. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the very near future.